Hello all, so we're looking at the European model now. Alright, here is your disturbance on Monday. That's going to be moving through and bringing in the Arctic air behind it. See that? This is all your Arctic air coming in. That's going to move out. Alright, and then you have to worry about the western part here combining with the northern part coming down. Oops, I'm sorry. Combining with this part coming down from Canada. So here we go. There it goes. This western part combines, this is coming down. And then again, look at how far south this is digging. So this digs pretty far south, and this is your leading trough here. It's already starting to take on a negative tilt. This is a really potent back trough that's going to be guiding this up the coast. Okay, so notice your storm is forming a little bit farther west. On the American model, your low is forming out here. On the European, it's forming out here. And you can see it's already going to take up a track like that, going up like this, because this is already becoming negatively tilted, your leading trough here. So this back trough is going to be guiding this up the coast, like I said. So in your next model run, I'm sorry, did I go too far here? No, this is where we were. This is where we were. Okay, so then watch what happens next. Bam! So all that energy comes together. Alright, so all of this comes together. This trough comes together with this, pushes it up. And bam, check this out. This is a really strong negative tilt. It'll be taking in plenty of moisture from the Atlantic and even down from, maybe even from the Gulf. And then this is a really strong storm. Take a look. That is scary. You know, to be honest, I can't see what that says in the middle. What that reading is. I think that says 976. I think that says 976. So your central pressure would be 976 millibars. That is a really low central pressure for a storm. That is definitely a blizzard for coastal sections here. If it comes this close, as the European model is suggesting, you're going to get blizzard conditions along the eastern sections here of New England, down into New York City, Long Island, Boston, Nantucket, Cape Cod, eastern Long Island, Sandy Hook, New Jersey, all these places. If it comes this close and your central pressure is 976 millibars, you better watch out for really strong winds, extremely heavy snow. It would just be a big mess. And we have two models showing this. We have the Canadian and the European models showing this track. So you got two models supporting this, and then all models, regardless of where this low is going to go, are showing a huge storm. So what I can't stress enough is that, again, don't get it into your mind that we're having a big blizzard next week. Okay, it's still too early to tell. The odds are in favor of a blizzard for some locations. Heavy snow in some locations. The odds are in favor of it, but we're still 6 days out. The models still have a couple of more days to change significantly. This could be going out to sea tomorrow on the models, and it might not be over here. Perhaps this Arctic surge of Arctic air comes further east and pushes this out to sea, or perhaps this energy doesn't come together in time to get a negative tilt quick enough, like the American model is suggesting. There's so many things that can go wrong. This is such a delicate situation, but if it comes together the right way, like two out of three of the models are suggesting, you could be talking about the storm of the winter across eastern sections of New England. The storm of the winter. This would be the storm of the winter if it happens this way. Late March blizzards are rare. They really don't happen that often, but you got a surge of Arctic air coming in behind it, and then a surge of Arctic air coming in before it. That's a very dangerous setup. So it looks like no matter what, there's going to be cold air here, so if any precipitation falls, it'll be snow. So with that in mind, what I'm going to say is keep it in the back of your mind that there's going to be snow next week, because I'm pretty sure we're going to get some snow, whether it be light, whether it be moderate, whether it be heavy snowing with blizzard conditions. There's going to be some sort of a snow event along the East Coast next week, depending on the track of the low. So keep that in mind. Alright, so tell yourself throughout the next couple of days that we're going to be getting some sort of snow next week. Now here's my threat area. Okay, so there it is. It starts in Southern Virginia. I don't know. I think that you could start getting snow down there. It won't be heavy, though. But then as you get up, as you start going north, it'll start to get heavier as the low intensifies. It's going to be starting out, at 1,000 millibars, going down to 976, according to the European. That's really strong. So then your threat area is going to extend across Central Virginia westward. Then it's going to start going north through south and eastern Pennsylvania, Maryland, Delaware. You're completely in it. Washington, D.C., Baltimore, Philadelphia, Trenton, you're all in the threat area. Going up, Albany, you're just in the threat area. I don't know if it'll the heaviest snow probably won't make it to you, but, gotta watch it. Poughkeepsie, you're in it. Going upwards, Hartford, Connecticut, you're in it. All of Connecticut's in it. All of Massachusetts, New Hampshire and Vermont, you're in it as well. And then all of Maine, you're in it. Boston, you're in the... Alright, so the purple area without the black dashed line is where I think you're at a greater threat for getting some snow. Now, the dashed black line is where you have a greater threat of getting the heaviest snow and also your greatest threat of getting blizzard conditions. And this would be Tuesday night into Wednesday, or late Tuesday into Tuesday night with this. It would probably be Tuesday into Tuesday night from Long Island, New York City on south, and then north of that, Tuesday night into Wednesday. Alright? That would be your time frame with this. So your greatest threat is in the purple, and particularly in the area I circled with a black pen and did those dashed lines. So Long Island and New York City, you're in that. So you have a pretty good shot at getting some blizzard conditions next week, if this comes together the right way. And this is just a threat, so don't take me up on this if we don't get a storm next week, because it's possible that we won't. This could easily go out to sea. So just keep an eye on it. But I will tell you, the Great Blizzard of 93, the models, what they did was they indicated 10 days in advance that there was a threat for a storm, and by now, everybody knew that there was going to be a storm for the Great Storm of 93. They knew 5 days in advance that there was going to be a big storm. And that seems to be the case with this storm now. Now, if it's any condolence for you guys that don't want snow, I really can't foresee another big threat after this. Like, if there's going to be a big storm, like in the early spring, I think this has to be the one here. I think after this, your threats for snow are going to be minimal, if any, because spring's going to start to move in. So just let's get through this storm. Personally, I want the biggest storm possible, but for those of you that don't, hopefully it's not too bad. I'll sympathize with you a little bit because I know you're kind of tired of the snow. I kind of want it to be the biggest storm ever, so we'll have to see what happens. But after this, I think if we get through this, we'll be good from there on after. Of course, I think we're going to be seeing threats for snow through mid-April. That's personally how I feel. This pattern doesn't want to change. As long as this pattern continues, there's going to be threats for snow every week. But I think this is going to be your last big threat. Like, there might be threats for snow throughout mid-April, and we might get some snow, but I don't think it'll be, 24 inches of snow. Like, this could be very significant. Like, if it comes together the right way, areas are going to start seeing over a foot of snow, I think. That's personally how I feel. If it comes together the right way. If it doesn't, you could be seeing a lighter snowfall. Alright, so those are my thoughts on the situation for today. We'll be back tomorrow. I'll give you an update. Again, if you want to check out expert analysis, go to AccuWeather.com. Check out meteorologist Bernie Rayno's video and see what he has to say. Alright? I haven't watched his yet. I'm about to do that now. Alright. See you guys later. Have a good night.